My darling, come sit with me for a moment. Let me hold your heart with my words. I want you to hear this very softly, very deeply, almost like a mother whispering to her child at the end of a long, difficult day. You are safe, sweetheart. You truly are, and you have always been more supported than you know. I know the world feels overwhelming sometimes. I know the mind runs fast, the heart tightens, and the body forgets how to rest. I know how lonely fear can make you feel, but right now, in this moment, I want to wrap you in the gentleness you have always deserved. You are not here because you are broken. You are here because you are awakening to your own strength. You are remembering your own safety. And remembering is the beginning of healing. You see, I've learned over many years of helping beautiful souls just like you that anxiety does not mean something is wrong with you. Anxiety is only a frightened inner child asking for reassurance. Fear is only a thought that has been repeated. And insecurity is only love waiting to be acknowledged. Nothing inside you is bad. Nothing inside you is unfixable. Nothing inside you is beyond healing. So let us begin softly, lovingly, gently, step by step, the way I would guide someone I adore. When we talk about step 1, acceptance of your feelings, I want you to hear me clearly. What you feel is valid, darling. What you feel can be healed. Most people become more afraid not because of the feeling itself, but because they fight it, resist it, deny it, push it away. And resistance always amplifies fear. Acceptance softens it. Fear grows louder when you treat it as the enemy. Fear grows quieter when you treat it as a guest. Fear demands attention when you ignore it. Fear dissolves when you listen with love. So the very first step is this. Stop fighting your feelings. Stop calling yourself weak. Stop asking, why am I like this? Start asking, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Every emotion has a message. Anxiety says, something inside me needs gentleness. Sadness says, something inside me needs expression. Anger says, something inside me needs protection. Fear says, something inside me needs safety. There is always a need beneath the feeling. When you stop judging the feeling and start honoring the need, healing begins instantly. So I want you to try a gentle exercise with me. Place your hand on your heart right now. Breathe in softly. Whisper, it's okay to feel this. Whisper, I'm listening. Whisper, you are safe with me. Do you feel how the body responds? The shoulders lower, the breath deepens, the nervous system resets. When you acknowledge the feeling without judgment, the body unlocks tension automatically. Emotion is simply energy that wants to move. Acceptance is the doorway through which it passes. And now we move lovingly into step 2, creating an inner sanctuary of safety. This is one of my favorite teachings because it gives you back your power in a world that can feel unpredictable. Inside you is a place no one can touch, no one can break, no one can take away. It is your inner sanctuary, your inner island, your home. You may have forgotten this place. Trauma makes us forget. Stress makes us forget. Fear makes us forget. But forgetting does not mean it is gone. It simply means it is waiting for you to return. Let me guide you. Close your eyes if you can. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Feel the warmth beneath your palm. Feel the body responding to your own touch. Now say softly, this is my safe place. I can return here anytime. This one sentence is powerful. When you speak safety into your body, your nervous system listens. The brain shifts from fight or flight into calm and recovery. The heart rate slows, the muscles release, the inner storm quiets. Now imagine a golden light beginning at the center of your chest. It expands gently, warmly, lovingly. It moves to your shoulders, your arms, your throat, your stomach, your legs, your feet, your entire being. This light is not fantasy. It is imagery your nervous system understands. Your mind cannot always believe that you are safe, but your body can feel it. And when the body feels safe, the mind begins to follow. Some of you may say, "But Louise, I don't feel anything." That's okay, sweetheart. You don't have to feel it right away. You only have to be willing. Willingness is enough. Willingness opens the door. Willingness allows the safety to return. Over time, the sanctuary you imagine becomes a sanctuary you experience. Your body will begin to recognize this inner space as home, and every time you visit it, your sense of safety becomes stronger. Let me share something with you that I've said for decades. Inside me is a place where I am totally loved. This is true for you as well. There is a place inside you that is untouched by fear, untouched by trauma, untouched by the opinions of others. This place cannot be threatened because it is the essence of who you are. You do not need the world to be calm for you to be calm. You do not need the world to be safe for you to be safe. When safety becomes an inner experience instead of an external condition, anxiety loses its grip. Fear loses its authority. Stress loses its voice. Building that inner sanctuary so deeply that it becomes your automatic response. I want you to understand something important. Your nervous system is programmable. Fear is a pattern. Anxiety is a pattern. Safety is also a pattern. Calm is a pattern. Confidence is a pattern. What you repeat becomes familiar. What becomes familiar becomes safe. And what becomes safe becomes your new normal. So your inner sanctuary is not just imagery, it is training. When you imagine a safe room inside you, when you speak peaceful affirmations, when you return to your breath, you are teaching your nervous system to trust again. You are telling your mind, we do not live in danger anymore. You are telling your heart, you don't have to race. You are telling your inner child, I am here now. I will protect you. You can rest. Let's create your sanctuary together. Imagine a room inside your mind, any room you like. It may have soft chairs, warm blankets, candlelight, gentle music, a window with sunlight, or maybe it's a beach, a forest, a field, a quiet garden. There is no right or wrong. There is only what feels comforting to you. Now imagine a circle of warm golden light surrounding the space. This circle is your protection. This circle is your boundary. This circle tells your nervous system, nothing can harm me here. Every time you return to this space, your body will soften faster. Your mind will settle faster. Your anxiety will lessen faster. You see, darling, safety is not something you wait for. Safety is something you create. And you are learning to create it beautifully, gently, courageously. You are not helpless. You are not trapped in fear. You are not broken. You are remembering your power. You are remembering your home. You are remembering that inside you is a place that no fear can touch. And now, with your hand still on your heart, whisper this with me. I am safe inside myself. I trust myself. I can return here anytime. Let that be your foundation. Let that be your truth. Let that be your beginning. And when you're ready, we will continue on to the next steps, gently, naturally, together. There is a question I want to ask you gently, lovingly, the way a mother speaks to her child. What if the fear you carry is not coming from the adult you are today, but from the little one you once were? What if the anxiety, the tight chest, the trembling thoughts, the sense that something bad might happen are not signs of weakness at all, but echoes of a child who didn't feel safe, who didn't feel heard, who didn't feel protected? My darling, I want to speak to that child today. I want to speak to the part of you that learned to survive by shrinking, by worrying, by predicting danger. I want to speak to the tender, innocent, hopeful child who was doing the best they could with a world they did not understand. You are safe now. You are not alone now. You do not have to protect yourself the same way anymore. And I know you may feel silly at the idea of inner child work. You may think, Louise, I'm an adult. Why would I talk to myself like a child? And I say to you, because the part of you that panics is not the grown version of you. The part that panics is the little child inside who was overwhelmed, who didn't know how to handle big emotions, who didn't have the support they needed. The adult you has logic, but the child you has memory. And those memories live in the nervous system, in the breath, in the heartbeat, in the tightening of your stomach, in the bracing of your shoulders. The child within you remembers the moments you were punished for expressing emotion, the moments you were ignored, the moments you felt unsafe, the moments you felt you had to be perfect to be loved. And so when fear arises today, it's not because you are doing something wrong. It is because the child within you is asking for comfort, reassurance, and love. You cannot hate the fear out of you. You can only love the fear out of you. So let us begin, my dear. Let us walk together to the place inside you where your inner child still waits. I want you to close your eyes for a moment, not to escape the world, but to return home to yourself. Take a slow breath in. Feel your chest rise gently. And now release the breath. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw relax. Let your belly loosen. With each breath, imagine yourself walking down a quiet hallway inside your mind. The walls are soft. The air is warm. The light is gentle. And at the end of this hallway, there is a small room. This is the room where your inner child lives. You've passed it hundreds of times in your life without noticing. You've rushed by, distracted, busy, overwhelmed. But today, you stop. Today, you notice. Today, you open the door. Look inside. There they are, your younger self, maybe 5 years old, maybe 10, maybe somewhere in between. Notice them. Notice how they sit. Notice their posture, their eyes, the expression on their face. They have been waiting for you. They want to know if you still see them. They want to know if you still care. They want to know if you will show up for them the way no one else did. And now, in your mind, I want you to kneel down to their level so you are eye to eye with this beautiful, tender, precious child. Look into their eyes. Do not rush. Do not judge. Let whatever emotion rises simply be there. If you feel tears, let them fall. Tears are healing. Tears are truth leaving the body. And now say gently, like a lullaby, like a warm blanket around their shoulders, I'm here now. I see you. I hear you. I will never abandon you again. Let those words settle into their little heart. Let them feel your presence. Let them feel your commitment. And you may notice something happening. The child softens. Their shoulders lower. Their eyes brighten. Their breath deepens. Because for the very first time, someone is giving them what they always needed: unconditional acceptance. My dear, inner child work is not make-believe. It is not childish. It is the deepest form of emotional repair. All fear begins in childhood. All healing begins in returning to that child. You cannot heal anxiety by reasoning with it. You can only heal anxiety by soothing the one inside you who learned to fear. And so I want you to ask your inner child one simple question. What do you need? Maybe they need safety. Maybe they need reassurance. Maybe they need to be told that nothing is their fault. Maybe they need a hug. Maybe they need to hear the words no one said. You did nothing wrong. You are lovable. You are worthy. It was never your job to be perfect. And now, imagine yourself picking up your inner child, holding them close, rocking them gently. Feel their small hands around your neck, their heartbeat against your chest, their breath mixing with your own. Tell them everything they needed to hear but never heard. You are safe with me. I will protect you now. You don't have to be afraid anymore. I love you exactly as you are. My dear, this is not fantasy. This is rewiring. This is how you teach your nervous system that the danger has passed. This is how you take back your power from old wounds. This is how you stop panic at the root. When the child inside feels safe, the adult outside becomes powerful. When the child inside feels loved, the adult outside becomes confident. When the child inside feels supported, the adult outside becomes calm. So now, slowly let the image fade, but do not let the connection fade. Your inner child remains with you. They are part of you, and you are their guardian now, strong, loving, compassionate. That is step 3, my dear, the returning, the remembering, the reparenting. And now we move to step 4, the step that I built my entire life's work upon, affirmations. But I want to explain them to you in a deeper way than you may have ever heard before. Affirmations are not wishful thinking. Affirmations are not pretending everything is okay. Affirmations are instructions. Instructions for the brain, instructions for the body, instructions for the heart. The brain does not resist repetition. The brain absorbs repetition. The nervous system learns through repeated signals. And so when you repeat affirmations, you are not lying to yourself. You are teaching yourself. You are teaching your nervous system a new baseline. You are teaching your inner child a new truth. You are teaching your subconscious mind a new identity. And the more you repeat them, the more they become reality. So let me ask you gently, what have you been affirming unconsciously? I'm not good enough. Something bad will happen. People always leave. I can't handle this. These are affirmations too, negative ones. You've already been affirming. Now it's time to affirm with intention, with compassion, with love. So let us begin with the 4 foundational calming affirmations I use to soothe thousands of anxious hearts. I am safe. It is only change. Life supports me in every way. I trust myself. I trust life. Repeat them softly, slowly, as though you are rocking a child to sleep. And now, I want to give you affirmations specifically designed for moments of fear. I release the need to fear. I am guided and protected. My mind is calm. My body is relaxed. My heart is at peace. I breathe in safety and breathe out tension. Say them when you wash your hands, when you wait for the elevator, when you pause before responding to a message, when you lay your head on the pillow at night. Affirmations are not about the moment you say them. They are about the person you become because you say them. You are programming your energy. You are sculpting your emotional landscape. You are creating safety from the inside out. And now, my dear one, let us deepen it even more. I want you to place your hand on your chest as you hear these words. Feel the warmth of your palm. Feel the rise and fall of your breath, and repeat after me softly. I am safe now. I am protected now. Life loves me now. I choose peace now. Let those words sink into your cells, into your bones, into your heart. You don't have to say them perfectly. You don't have to believe them perfectly. You only have to say them with willingness, and the willingness will open the door to healing. You have walked through fear for so long, my dear. Now you are learning to walk through love, and love changes everything. This is just the beginning, and your healing will only deepen from here. My dear one, let me begin this step with something personal, something tender, something I learned not from books, not from theories, but from the quiet moments life handed me. There was a time, many years ago, when I truly believed that healing should be fast, smooth, and perfect. I thought that if I was doing everything right, if I was affirming enough, loving myself enough, releasing enough, then my life would blossom in a straight, beautiful line, always upward, always forward. But life had a gentler lesson for me, and I want to share it with you today. Healing, my love, is not a straight line. There were days when I felt incredibly strong, deeply centered, full of light. And then suddenly, for no clear reason, old fears would rise again. Old pains would visit again. Old thoughts would whisper again. And in those moments, I used to think I had failed. I used to think something was wrong with me. But I soon learned something precious. Those moments were not setbacks. They were releases. They were not punishments. They were invitations. They were simply parts of the beautiful spiral of healing, where every circle brings you deeper, not backward. So if you're having one of those days right now, if your heart feels heavy, if your mind feels loud, if your emotions feel confusing, I want you to take a deep breath as you listen to me. Nothing is wrong with you. Nothing. You are not going backward. You are unfolding. You are opening. You are becoming. Healing has its own rhythm, and your soul knows that rhythm better than your mind ever will. Just like a seed grows in darkness before it breaks through the soil, you too are growing in ways you cannot yet see. Just because you do not see the blooming does not mean the roots are not spreading. And just because today feels heavy does not mean tomorrow will not feel lighter. I want you to remember something I discovered during my own journey. Every time your heart aches, something inside you is softening. Every time an old fear rises, something inside you is loosening. Every time sadness comes, something inside you is asking to be released. These moments are not signs of failure. They are signs of movement, signs of transformation, signs that your inner self is learning to rearrange itself into peace. So let me ask you gently, why do you expect your healing to be perfect when your humanity has never been perfect? Why should your journey be neat when your heart is complex and beautiful and layered? My darling, you do not have to heal in a straight line. You only have to keep healing, and you are. Sometimes the mind says, I should be further along by now. Sometimes the heart whispers, I'm tired. Sometimes the body says, I need rest. Sometimes the soul murmurs, trust me. And in those moments, I want you to place your hand on your chest and tell yourself, I don't need to hurry. I only need to show up for myself today. Because healing does not respond to pressure, it responds to compassion. Healing does not bloom from fear, it blooms from softness. Healing does not grow from rushing, it grows from presence. There is something else I want you to understand, something many people never realize. Sometimes healing looks like crying. Sometimes healing looks like feeling lost. Sometimes healing looks like questioning everything. Sometimes healing looks like being gentle with yourself for the very first time. And sometimes healing looks like resting more than you think you should. These moments are all sacred. These moments are all part of the process. These moments all matter. When emotions rise, they rise because they are leaving. When memories surface, they surface because they are clearing. When fears come back, they come back because they are ready to dissolve. You are not breaking down. You are breaking open. I want you to hear this carefully. A difficult day does not define you. A difficult moment does not undo your progress. A difficult feeling does not erase your healing. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to be human. Sometimes people ask me, but why does it feel worse before it feels better? And I always tell them gently, because the body and the mind release in layers. Because your heart can only soften at the pace it feels safe. Because your nervous system unwinds gradually, not instantly. Because you are shedding years of old beliefs, old wounds, old fears. And shedding is rarely tidy. It is raw. It is honest. It is real. But oh, my dear one, it is worth it. Every breath, every tear, every moment of surrender. Let me give you an image that may help. Imagine a glass of muddy water. If you shake it, the water becomes cloudy, dark, impossible to see through. That is what happens inside you when change begins. The mind feels shaken, the emotions stirred, everything appears messy. But if you let the glass be still, just still, the mud settles, the water clears, clarity returns, peace rises. Your healing is exactly like that. The moment life shakes you is not the moment to judge yourself. It is the moment to be still, to breathe, to trust, to allow, to tell yourself, this is part of my clearing. I am not breaking, I am settling. The old parts of you are dissolving. The deeper parts of you are emerging. And the loving parts of you, the ones you have buried under fear, guilt, shame, or exhaustion, they are coming back to life. You are learning to trust again. You are learning to feel again. You are learning to be gentle again. One of the most beautiful things I witnessed in myself and others is this truth. The moment you choose not to judge a difficult day is the moment your healing accelerates, because judgment freezes you, but compassion frees you. So let me ask you another gentle question. Can you allow yourself to have a soft day without calling it a failure? Can you allow yourself to feel tender without calling it weakness? Can you allow yourself to slow down without calling it laziness? Can you allow yourself to heal at your own pace without apologizing for it? You deserve that much grace. You deserve that much kindness. You deserve that much love. And now, I want you to breathe with me. Inhale deeply and whisper in your mind, I am becoming. Exhale slowly and whisper, I am safe. Feel the way your body responds. Feel the way your shoulders soften. Feel the way your heart expands, even slightly. Healing begins in these small, quiet moments. These are the moments that change your life. My dear one, healing is not a race. It is a relationship between you and your body, between you and your heart, between you and your own soul. And like all relationships, it needs patience, it needs time, it needs love. So today, allow yourself to be exactly where you are, not ahead, not behind, here, present, enough. Tell yourself often, I don't need to hurry. I don't need to be perfect. I only need to show up for myself today. And that, my love, is more than enough for healing to happen. And now, my dear one, as we move deeper into this journey together, let us rest for a moment. Just rest in the truth that is always waiting beneath the surface of your thoughts. You have walked through fear, through emotion, through old wounds, and you've shown up with such courage. So let this next step feel like an exhale, a soft return, a quiet homecoming, because this step is not about effort, it is about presence. Right now, in this very breath, I want you to know something with all your heart. You are safe in this moment, not in tomorrow, not in yesterday, but in this moment. And this moment is the only place where peace can live. You see, my love, the mind loves to travel. It loves to run ahead, imagining problems, predicting disasters, rehearsing fears that have never even happened. And it loves to go backward too, digging through memories, replaying regrets, holding on to old hurts as if carrying them could somehow change them. But you do not live in the past anymore, and you do not live in the future yet. You live here. You live now. You live in this breath. And this breath is enough. Overthinking pulls you into the future, a future that does not exist yet. Regret drags you into the past, a past that cannot be changed. But peace is found only in the present moment, like a gentle hand resting on your shoulder, like a soft whisper saying, come back to now. I am here with you. Let me ask you something tender. How many moments of your life have you missed because your mind was somewhere else? How many mornings? How many evenings? How many beautiful little miracles passed right by you because your thoughts were chasing what ifs and should haves? It's not your fault, my dear. The mind was taught to run. But your soul was built to rest here, in the simplicity of now. There was a time in my life, long before any book was written, long before any teaching came through me, when I would sit in a small room, overwhelmed by thoughts I thought I could never escape. They felt like storms, loud, swirling, relentless. And no matter how hard I tried to fix them, the storm only grew louder. Until one day, something inside me softened, and I whispered to myself, darling, look at what is actually happening around you. Ah, and when I lifted my eyes, when I looked at the sunlight touching the wall, when I felt the chair beneath me supporting my weight, when I listened to the sound of my own breath, I realized something profound. The storm was not outside me. It was only in my mind. And the moment I returned to the present, the storm lost its power. That was the beginning of my healing. And it can be the beginning of yours too. The present moment is your safe place. The present moment is your anchor. The present moment is your medicine. And it is always here, waiting patiently, lovingly, faithfully for you to return. Let me teach you something simple, so simple that your mind may underestimate its power, but your heart will recognize its truth. It is a practice I used often, especially on the days when my mind felt too busy, too loud, too frightened. Take a slow, gentle breath. Let your eyes soften. Look around you. See something close to you. A cup, a tree, a light, a color, anything. And say softly, in this moment I have everything I need. Say it again slowly. In this moment, I have everything I need. One more time, letting it settle inside your chest. In this moment, I have everything I need. Because right now, in this exact moment, you are breathing. You are here. You are alive. You are supported by life itself. You are not in danger. You are not being attacked. You are simply thinking. And thoughts are not threats. Thoughts are not reality. Thoughts are only habits of the mind. And you, my love, are so much more than your thoughts. When you say, "In this moment I have everything I need," you interrupt the fear cycle. You calm the nervous system. You remind your inner child that the present moment is safe. The body softens, the mind settles, the heart opens, and something beautiful happens. Clarity returns. Let's take another breath together. Notice how your lungs fill without effort. Notice how your shoulders lower just a little. Notice how the world feels less sharp, less overwhelming. That is the power of presence. Not because the world has changed, but because you returned home. Sometimes people ask me, "But what about the problems I still need to solve? What about the things I worry about?" And I always smile gently and say, "My darling, you cannot solve tomorrow's problems with tomorrow's energy. You can only solve them from the groundedness of now." Fear imagines, presence observes, fear reacts, presence responds. Fear runs ahead, presence stands still and breathes. Right now, let your breath be your anchor. Let your attention rest in your body, not in your fears. Let your awareness come back to this moment, this second, this breath. I often remind people that life only gives you one moment at a time because one moment is all you need. You don't need the whole plan. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to solve everything today. You only need to be here, in this breath, in this moment, in this gentle awareness of now. Notice what happens when you place a hand on your heart. Notice how the warmth reminds you that you are alive. Notice how your heart keeps beating without you telling it to. Notice how life continues supporting you, even when your mind is frightened. There is a deep, quiet intelligence in your body. There is wisdom in your breath. There is safety in your presence. And the more you return to the present moment, the more your inner world begins to trust you again. Your nervous system learns that you are not abandoning yourself. Your inner child learns that you are not leaving. Your heart learns that you are here, truly here. And when you are here, you can listen. You can listen to what your body needs. You can listen to what your emotions are saying. You can listen to what your intuition quietly whispers. You can listen to the still, small voice within that says, "Everything is all right, darling. Stay with me." So let us practice together once more. Look around gently. Feel the surface beneath your body. Take a soft breath and say again, "In this moment, I have everything I need." Feel how the words settle like warm light inside your chest. Feel how your shoulders soften. Feel how your mind quiets. Feel how your heart becomes steady. This is your true state. This is your natural rhythm. This is who you are when fear does not pull you away from yourself. And remember, my dear one, you can return to this moment as many times as you need, 10 times an hour, 100 times a day. There is no shame in returning. There is only love. There is only grace. There is only presence. Each time you return to now, you return to yourself. Each time you return to now, you reclaim your power. Each time you return to now, you choose peace over panic. And peace, my love, is your home. I am a simple person, so I've always believed that healing should feel simple too. Gentle, kind, human, and deeply loving. not something complicated or overwhelming, not something that demands perfection or pressure. Healing is a returning, not a race. Healing is a remembering, not a performance. Healing is an opening, not a struggle. So when I speak to you about daily practices, tiny rituals of love that support your inner safety, I speak to you as someone who has lived them, breathed them, taught them, and watched them transform thousands of lives. I speak to you as someone who knows that stop all criticism now is not just a sentence but a doorway. And so today I want you to walk with me gently, naturally, lovingly into step 7, your daily habits of emotional safety, the habits that teach your nervous system, your inner child, and every tired part of you that you are safe now, you are loved now, you are supported now, and you no longer have to live in fear. And let me begin by saying this softly and slowly, so it touches the place inside you that needs it most. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing missing in you. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are simply learning how to come home to yourself. And daily habits are how you build that home. The first habit, the heart of my work, is mirror work. I know many people fear the mirror, not because of how they look, but because of what they have believed about themselves for so long. But the mirror is not your enemy. It is a portal. When you stand before it each morning and look, not at your flaws, not at what you want to fix, but directly into your own eyes, you meet the truth of who you really are. You meet the child inside you. You meet the part of you that has waited years to be acknowledged. And when you gently whisper, "I love you. I'm here for you," you are not performing. You are reparenting yourself. At first, you may feel resistance. Your eyes may water, your throat may tighten, you may want to look away. That is normal, my darling. Your inner child is simply asking, "Do you really mean it? Can I finally trust you?" And every morning, as you keep showing up, as you repeat the words softly, as you breathe through the discomfort, your inner child learns to relax, learns to soften, learns to trust again. Each repetition plants the seed. You are safe with yourself, and that is the foundation of all healing. The second habit is gratitude for your body. Your body is not your enemy. Your body is not your punishment. Your body is not something to judge, attack, or compare. Your body is your lifelong companion, your loyal home, your physical expression of life itself. Every organ works tirelessly for you. Every cell responds to your thoughts, and every system listens to your emotional climate. This is why I've always told you, your body hears everything you say. So instead of criticizing, punishing, or resenting your body, begin thanking it. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, "Thank you for beating for me." Touch your legs and say, "Thank you for carrying me." Touch your face and say, "Thank you for expressing my emotions." Drink water intentionally and say, "I nourish myself." This simple shift from attacking your body to appreciating it changes your chemistry. It calms your nervous system. It reduces inflammation. It opens the door to self-love. Gratitude is not a performance. It is medicine. The moment you thank your body, you begin healing your relationship with it. The third habit is gentle movement. Healing does not come from pushing yourself beyond exhaustion or forcing your body into pain. Healing comes from kindness. Healing comes from cooperation. Healing comes from listening. So walk gently, stretch softly, breathe deeply. Let movement be a conversation with your body, not a battle against it. When you walk slowly in the morning light, when you stretch your arms as if opening the heart, when you rotate your shoulders to release old tension, you teach your body that life is safe, that motion is safe, that softness is safe. You create a bridge between your physical and emotional worlds, reminding them that they are allowed to work together instead of in conflict. Movement does not need to be intense to be powerful. Sometimes the smallest motion, the way you inhale, the way you exhale, is enough to shift your entire energy. Remember, my dear, peace enters the body through softness, never through force. The fourth habit is warm water therapy, one of the simplest yet most profound forms of emotional cleansing. When warm water touches your skin, your muscles relax, your breath deepens, your mind softens, your inner child feels comforted. Warm water signals safety to your nervous system in the same way a warm embrace does. So let every shower be a ritual. As the water flows down your body, imagine your fears dissolving, your worries washing away, your old stories sliding off your skin and disappearing into the drain. Say softly, "I am letting go." Warm water does not judge. It does not rush. It simply supports you, holds you, soothes you. And each time you shower or bathe with intention, you remind yourself that care does not require perfection, only presence. And finally, the golden rule, the rule that changes everything. Stop all criticism, not later, not eventually, now. Stop all criticism, now. This is not a suggestion, it is liberation. Criticism is the voice of the past. Criticism is the language of fear. Criticism is the old teacher that taught you you're not enough. Every time you criticize yourself, your inner child contracts. Your nervous system tightens. Your body prepares for danger. You shift into survival mode. But when you stop criticism, even for 1 minute, you create a pocket of safety. And in that pocket, healing begins. So whenever a harsh thought appears, pause gently. Do not fight it. Do not resist it. Simply replace it with kindness. I am doing my best. Or I am learning. Or I am healing. Or I am growing. Kindness weakens criticism. Compassion rewires the mind. Love reteaches your brain how to feel safe. Remember, my dear, criticism never heals. Criticism never fixes. Criticism never changes a thing. Only love heals. Only softness transforms. Only patience creates safety. And when you combine these habits, mirror work, gratitude, gentle movement, warm water rituals, and the absolute refusal to criticize yourself, you create a world inside you that feels stable, warm, supportive, and deeply safe. Over time, these daily habits are no longer tasks. They become your language, your rhythm, your comfort. They shape your mornings. They soften your nights. They retrain your nervous system to trust life. They remind your inner child that you are a safe adult now. They help your mind learn new thoughts, your heart learn new feelings, your body learn new responses, and slowly, quietly, beautifully, you begin to feel something you may not have felt in years. Inner safety. You begin to relax into yourself. You begin to trust your own presence. You begin to feel protected from within. And in that safety you bloom. In that safety you heal. In that safety you rise into the person you were always meant to become. Because healing is not found in force. Healing is found in love. And every small act of daily love you give yourself is one step closer to the life you've always deserved. We have traveled quite a tender journey together already, haven't we, my darling? And before we go any further, I want you to take a breath and let yourself feel how far you've come. You are doing beautifully, even if your mind tells you otherwise. You are opening little windows inside yourself, letting light enter places that were dark for a long time. And this is why today's step is so important, because healing is not only about releasing the past, it is also about learning how to comfort yourself in the present. I want you to remember something deeply. There is a part of you inside that has been waiting for your love. Not your effort, not your perfection, your love. This part of you does not need judgment, strategy, or pressure. It needs gentleness. Self-soothing is the sacred skill of turning toward yourself when you feel unsafe, overwhelmed, scared, or alone. It is the moment you say, "Come here, sweetheart, I've got you," instead of abandoning yourself emotionally the way others may have abandoned you physically. And let me tell you a truth I have said thousands of times. Everything you long to hear from others becomes healing the moment you learn to say it to yourself. You see, my darling, no one can comfort you the way you can, not because they don't care, but because they cannot hear the whispers inside you the way you can. You know your fear intimately. You know your insecurities. You know your wounds. That means you also know exactly what words can soothe them. When you place your hand on your heart and whisper, "Sweetheart, we're okay. We can handle this," something magical happens. Your nervous system receives a direct message of safety. Your body relaxes. Your breath deepens. The frantic thoughts slow down. You stop spiraling and start returning home to yourself. And I want you to practice this every time a wave of anxiety rises. Don't wait for the storm to grow. Catch it early by connecting with yourself, hand on heart, soft voice, slow breath, loving tone, just like a mother would soothe a frightened child, because inside you, there is a frightened child. Self-soothing is not weakness, it is emotional maturity. It is how you break cycles of fear, overthinking, and panic. It is how you remind your body that it is safe to relax. So many people never learned this skill because they grew up in homes where emotions were dismissed or punished. No one showed them how to stay present with themselves. But you are learning now, and that is a miracle. Every time you soothe yourself, you are teaching your inner child. You are not alone anymore. I am here. I will never leave you. And my darling, this is one of the greatest acts of self-love you will ever practice. There will be moments when your mind screams, "This is too much," or "I can't handle this," or "What if everything goes wrong?" That is when you must step into the role of the inner parent. That is when you must use your voice as medicine. The voice you never received from others. The voice you always needed. Place your hand on your chest and whisper, "You can relax now. You are safe now." These words are not cliches. They are instructions to the entire body. The moment the body believes it is safe, it begins to heal. Stress hormones drop, muscles soften, digestion improves, the heart slows, the nervous system shifts from fight or flight to rest and heal. Another powerful practice is writing a loving letter to yourself. Sit down with a pen and say, "My darling, I know you've been scared. I know you've carried too much. I know you've been trying so hard." Let the words pour out. Let kindness flow where self-criticism once lived. This is not pretending. This is reparenting. You are becoming the person your younger self prayed for. And I want you to remember this. You are the only person who will walk with you from your first breath until your last. Make that relationship the gentlest one you have. Self-soothing means choosing compassion over panic. It means choosing presence over avoidance. It means choosing softness over self-attack. It means learning to say, "I am safe. even when old fear says otherwise. And with every repetition, the message sinks deeper into the mind, into the heart, into the body, into the soul. You are learning to trust yourself, to comfort yourself, to hold yourself. And that, my darling, is how true inner safety is built. Not in giant leaps, but in soft moments of self-kindness repeated again and again and again. We've come so far, haven't we? You have learned to acknowledge your emotions, to breathe through fear, to create inner safety, to soothe your nervous system, to hold your inner child with love. And now, we arrive at one of the most transformative steps of all, learning to trust yourself and to trust life again. My darling, I want you to know something. Life loves you, and you are safe wherever you go. I say that not as a poetic idea, but as a spiritual truth. You were not born into a hostile universe. You were born into a loving one. But fear and pain can make you forget. Trauma can make you doubt. Abandonment can make you close your heart. That is why we must gently return to trust. Not blind trust, not forced trust, but natural trust that rises from connection with yourself. Trusting yourself begins with understanding that you carry an inner wisdom far older and more intelligent than your fear. Whenever you doubt yourself, it is not because you are incapable. It is because you are disconnected from your inner guidance. The fear voice is loud, but your intuition speaks softly, and yet it is always right. You have proof of this. Think of the times you ignored your intuition and later said, "I knew it." Think of the times you listened to it and things fell beautifully into place. This inner wisdom is your compass. It is the part of you that is connected to life, to love, to truth. And I want you to hear this. When you trust yourself, life becomes simple. Trusting yourself also means releasing the habit of seeking approval. So many people have been taught to doubt their own decisions, to wait for permission, to fear making mistakes. But my darling, self-trust grows when you give yourself permission to choose, to act, to learn, to begin again. Every decision you make from your heart strengthens your sense of inner safety. Every time you follow your intuition, you build confidence. And every time you choose yourself, you become more aligned with your real path. Now, trusting life is the second half of this step. And this is where true peace begins. Everything you need comes to you at the perfect time. I want you to take that in. So many of us suffer because we try to force timing, control outcomes, rush the process, or fight what is leaving. But the universe has never been late, not once. Things come exactly when you are ready, not when your fear wants them, but when your soul is prepared to receive them. When something hasn't arrived, it is not rejection, it is protection. When something ends, it is not a punishment, it is redirection. When something feels delayed, it is not failure, it is preparation. Life has a far greater perspective than we do. You see the moment. Life sees the entire path. And often, what looks like a setback is actually a setup for something better. What looks like loss is actually clearing space. What looks like uncertainty is actually expansion. So instead of clinging to fear, begin whispering to yourself, "Everything is unfolding perfectly for me." This is not wishful thinking. This is energetic alignment. When you trust life, your body relaxes. When your body relaxes, you become receptive. And when you become receptive, you allow blessings to flow towards you. Relaxation is not laziness. Relaxation is availability. You make space for what is meant for you. Trusting life also means letting go of the belief that you must know every detail before you take a step. You do not need to know how. Life will show you. Your job is the willingness. Life's job is the way. When fear says, "But what if I fail?" Trust says, "Then I will learn." When fear says, "But what if no one supports me?" Trust says, "I support myself." When fear says, "But what if everything goes wrong?" Trust says, "What if everything goes beautifully right?" And let me tell you a secret. The moment you start trusting yourself, life starts trusting you back. Opportunities open, people appear, guidance flows, the right ideas come, the right timing unfolds. Because life responds to your inner state. Fear closes doors. Trust opens them. I want you to try this simple practice. Each morning, place your hand on your heart and say, "I trust myself. I trust life. I am safe." Say it gently. Say it lovingly. Let it become the new language of your nervous system. Let it be the message your inner child hears every day. Because, my darling, you are safe. You are guided. You are supported. You are loved. And a life lived from trust is a life lived in harmony with the universe. My darling, before you go, I want to leave you with a gentle blessing, something you can carry with you into the quiet moments of your day, into the tender corners of your night. You have walked through these teachings with such courage, such openness, such willingness. And that willingness is everything. Healing does not happen because you try harder. Healing happens because you allow yourself to soften, and you have softened beautifully here. I want you to remember something deeply. You are doing better than you think. You are healing faster than you realize, and you are far stronger than your fear suggests. Even on the days when the mind feels loud or the heart feels heavy, even on the days when you forget everything I've taught you, you are still growing. You are still waking up. You are still becoming more of who you truly are. So let me bless you now with all the love I have. May your heart remember its own softness. May your mind rest in the truth that you are safe. May your steps be guided by clarity, not fear. May your inner child feel held, protected, and adored. May every breath remind you that life is on your side. May every moment bring you closer to peace. And above all, my dear one, may you always know that you are never alone. Life walks with you, love surrounds you, and your own beautiful spirit lights the path before you. So go gently today. Be kind to yourself. Speak softly to your heart. And know that I am holding you in a circle of love, blessing your journey, whispering to you, "All is well, sweetheart. You are safe. You are loved. You are free. You are doing wonderfully. Keep going.